Hello everyone and welcome back to another reaction. Now you might be wondering, there's no Among Us today. Well, there isn't. I got a request to react to this, the game theory, FNAF Goodbye Father theory. So, yeah. And I saw that it was about 20 minutes and all that. Thought, you know what? I'll do this instead of Among Us. Next week there might be Among Us, or they won't. Nah, probably am gonna do it next week. But this week, I'm doing this because I've been doing multiple video editing stuff and producing and making all the videos for this channel and my other channel. So, also been planning for some kind of special surprise that's connected to my other channel. But anyway, let's get on to do this reaction and review what we saw.
Bit by bit, we've been working to solve Security Breach before its launch, and so far I feel pretty darn good about what we've concluded. The reappearance of Glitch Trap and the dual nature of Vanny seem all but confirmed. The repurposing of the toy animatronics still feels very much possible. Even some of my bigger swings have wound up being home runs.
On tour?
Well, that's explicit. Real quick, Music Man, FNAF. There's a couple like evidence pieces or like loose threads that I keep in the back of my head and hold it until a point where it becomes useful. Music Man is one of those. So to suddenly see a character with 6 legs and clown gloves, this is the closest thing that connects. I would assume because anything that has a lot of legs like this is able to climb walls.
I'm actually confused.
I
What am I looking
to
at?
see this be attacking you from the ceiling or a wall.
3 weeks later.
Oh! I called it! Let's go! Music Man!
So we've talked about the villains, we've talked about the animatronics, we've talked about the plot.
Yeah.
Today, with a month left before
I saw
release, it's time
Music
to talk
Man,
about
I
how
just-
this whole thing is gonna end.
Besides being gigantic, I just didn't see it as something important to go on about. So I didn't really comment about it in my reaction video to it. The fact that there's a giant animatronic that's can be somewhat called a kaiju or a small miniature version of it probably hasn't clicked into the back of my head. At least not yet. I think it'll take a bit of time before it processes. I might actually do the game play the game myself. Not gonna like that, not a fan of horror, but gonna try to do it one of these days when I can actually get a hold of it. Probably not immediately, since people are gonna go out everywhere and everything and whatnot just to get a copy of the game. But yeah, thing I have to say though, I don't know what that video was. It's been a few months for me since I heard of anything FNAF related. I heard about the books, and then I heard about this trailer. I didn't really hear anything about anything else, or was aware of anything else. So that's a little weird that I forget. Anyway, also, if you feel like donating to the Game Theorists for the same St. Jude, then go ahead and feel free to do that. You're going to be helping some people out. I'll leave a link to this video in the description down below. And considering all the people that are joining for this, it'll be really cool. Now, on to the reaction.
Since
again.
September, Steel Wool Studio has been hyping up the upcoming release of FNAF Security Breach by releasing short clips of an old Freddy Fazbear cartoon called Freddy and Friends on Tour. These 4 uploads
This is
style
actually
like
my
an
first
old
time hearing about
Hanna-Barbera
this.
cartoon like 1969 Scooby-Doo or 1958's
Love
Yogi
those
Bear have
old
been
cartoons.
a huge source of information about this upcoming game, with each one hiding a frame or 2 screenshot of an existing
The heck?
animatronic in the middle of the episode, as well as the more focused reveal of a new animatronic towards the end. So, hidden in the middle of episodes, you see glitches showcasing Chica, Roxy Wolf, Monty Gator, our security guard from the game's first teaser, but now with yellow eyes, and these creepy bots, which we later learned in the game's trailer appear to be the service bots that are wandering around the security.
They're service bots? Oh. I thought I was onto something. I thought they were like connected to them missing children. I don't know for sure if the missing children would actually possess these animatronics. Considering the fact that the way their faces are designed and everything made it look like a mix between what their spirits look like from the FNAF 3 game and others that involved ghost children with black-like tears. Plus, their eyes give off the same vibe as the animatronics from FNAF 1, FNAF 2, and so on. That was onto something. Guess not. But I still have my hopes.
Breach's mall complex. Meanwhile, at the end of each video, you had the reveal of the Sun and Moon guy, Evil Vanny, and of course,
Music Man!
there's even the reintroduction of Glitch Trap, who, in the final video, can be found by piecing together the upload's 20 purple and yellow glitches kind of like a puzzle. Probably one of the coolest ideas for a teaser reveal that I've ever seen, and honestly, just a really smart callback because, based on the YouTube description for these videos, these things are
That
from the
must
Fazbear
be
Entertainment
a
Archive.
pain.
And what are we doing with these old
So I gotta
tapes?
give
We're
anyone who
assembling
actually
them, just
saw
like we
that
saw with FNAF
and
VR, we're
figured it
assembling the
out.
tapes, also assembling
Tons of
Glitch
credit.
Trap. So, yet again, we assemble a series of
'Cause
tapes, the glitches
that
get
sounds
stronger,
very
upload
difficult
after
to do.
upload, and boom, Gold Bunny make people go bye-bye. I don't know if they meant this intentionally or not, but still, cool detail. And then, just a couple weeks ago, the actual trailer came out and confirmed a lot of what we were seeing. There's all the animatronics, there's the creepy service bots, there's
Music Man!
we know basically everything that's in this game because we've seen
He's really
basically
excited about Music
everything
Man.
that's been teased. Well, except for one thing. Through all the reveals and teasers and trailers, one thing remains a mystery. There is still one teased item that hasn't been revealed, and that is a tentacle monster. You heard that right. At the end
Cool.
of Fazbear and Friends episode 1, we get this, a sliding tentacle slithering
That
across the
sounds
screen. And you know
really
it's a big deal because
disturbing.
it's simultaneously the first thing they tease, but also the last thing that they're keeping secret. In fact, based on details from the trailer, as well as new clues that have come to light in other parts of the FNAF universe, I not only think I know what that is, but also the whole ending sequence of this game. This one is a biggie. It feels like, once again, I am swinging for the fences, but if it proves to be true, well, let me tell ya, I'll be even more excited than this.
Music Man!
And speaking of things that get you more hyped than seeing
I
your
don't know
favorite
about
reject
that.
animatronic make his triumphant return, let me just remind you that new FNAFware and Theoryware
Gonna skip that so we can get back onto the main track. You want to get their stuff? Check out. I'll put this in the link down below. Well, this video in the link down below in the description. So if you want to get some merch, then check out the link. Though this does bring a lot of stuff together. I didn't even know they actually made those clips. This is my first time hearing about them. Tentacle Monster, I think I heard something about that in one of the FNAF books. I don't know. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. Or maybe I'll
Now then,
just...
let's talk
We'll talk
tentacles.
about
Across the
this.
series, there's
Ooh,
only
don't
ever
say it
been
like
one
that.
character associated with long, slimy black tentacles, and that is Nightmarion, the Nightmare Puppet, who came out as part of the Halloween update for FNAF 4 way back when I still had hopes that this series would end with 4 games.
I don't think so.
Oh, what a fool I was. And who we more recently saw in FNAF VR's Night Terrors minigame.
Those...
This thing is like a hentacle that is just waiting to happen. Probably a hentacle
Please
that's
don't.
already happened, to be honest, but I dare not look in that direction. So...
No. No.
when you see a tentacle
No.
sliding across a staticky screen,
Never
immediately
say
your
that
mind is going
again.
to jump to this character. And from a story standpoint, this would
I don't
also
think
make
so.
some level of sense. I mean,
He
William
has the
Afton
white
is back in the
stripes and
form of a
everything.
glitch trap, so presumably the puppet, this
From what I
protector
saw
of
for these
lost
things,
souls that stands opposed to him,
there's
would
only
try its best
black.
to come along for the ride too
They're
in an
plain
effort
black.
to thwart him once more.
So
One
I can't
problem with
say
all this, though,
Nightmare
Nightmarion
Marion
isn't
would be the
canon.
case.
I mean, it is, but it isn't. It's complicated. Go figure, it's FNAF. Big surprise there. You see, Nightmarion's original appearance in FNAF 4's Halloween update is not canon. Something
Yes,
confirmed by
that's what
Scott
it
a
said.
long time ago before that DLC launched. Its appearance in FNAF VR, on the other hand, is canon, but not in the way you think. This is because FNAF VR is itself a video game produced by Fazbear Entertainment. So Nightmarion, in the world of FNAF, is no better than Mario, or Master Chief, or a Slender Man. It's a video game character, and as far as we know, that's it. It's not
I
an
get it.
actual active part of the real world lore in that
In the
universe.
storyline,
See, it's the lore that
it's not a
provides us
character.
another problem here.
In the
Canonically,
video
the
game, they
puppet is
just
burned
decided
away.
to
Its
mess
spirit
with
is released in the
animatronics
fire
to
that
see
happens
what
at
will
the
get
end of
better results
Pizzeria
for a video
Simulator.
game.
And unlike Afton, who created a digitized version of himself hidden in a video game, something tells me that the puppet wasn't coding C++ in between giving gifts, giving life. As the last nail in the coffin here, the tentacle that we see at the end of
Right.
Freddy and Friends is missing its signature white stripes. Are there ways to bring the puppet back? Sure, Puppet Mask didn't fully burn away and was found in the wreckage of the FNAF 6 pizzeria, so it's still infused with the agony of Charlie in order to fight against Afton one final time. Whatever. But honestly, I think there's evidence
I don't
to
think
suggest
Charlie
a
would have
better
enough
candidate
power
for
to
that
even do
tentacle
that.
baby. So the final Fazbear Frights book just came out, number 11, Prankster. And with it came the chance to look back across the whole collection and analyze what Easter eggs were there to help solve the game lore. One big takeaway from the series, we now absolutely know what was inside the FNAF 4 box. It was a person. Don't at me about this one. This is undeniable at this point, and nothing you say is gonna change my mind about it. Here's why. In Prankster, we get this line during the finale, quote, Jake had found the real homeless girl that Eleanor replaced. As a quick aside here and reminder, Eleanor is this book's stand-in for Baby. The real girl had been locked in a trunk
We all know
in the
this.
abandoned building where Jake had originally found Eleanor. Now, this one instance alone wouldn't be enough to make me 100% sure about this, but they repeat it twice. Earlier in this same stretch of like 20 or so pages, the exact same thing happens again, only this time it's Eleanor that's locked in the box waiting to pop out. And if those two times weren't enough for you, in the final FNAF novel, The Fourth Closet, Baby hides a person inside of a large chest and then goes to steal their identity. Quote from this book, John moved to a large green chest. The paint almost entirely worn off. There
So
was no
there's
lock.
technically
John
a
knelt beside
body.
it, found the handle and heaved it open, then shuddered, falling
The
back
question
and pushing
is,
himself away.
whose
Jessica,
body is it in the
yes,
game?
moving back to the chest and
For the
leaning
books,
over
we can
it.
just
Jessica,
say
what, John? I'm trying to listen. It's
anything.
Charlie, he said hoarsely.
The books
in the
aren't really
chest.
canon
So 3
to
times in the various books of this franchise have we opened up a chest to
the video
find some
game.
person resting
Well,
inside. That alone would
some
be enough
parts
to be
of
a
it,
trend,
actually.
but the similarities in these situations continue. Not
The boxes definitely would hold someone. Actually, let me just say it like this. The books hold clues to what the games are trying to tell us. It's just a missing piece that we have to figure out, theorize, and which makes perfect sense. That can't be counterproductive or that can't be disagreeable. Like, I know there was one book what was it? Which one? Well, these books mention how Golden Freddy has two souls. Makes sense. It would explain some stuff, because if you think about it, there was also the clues about Remnant and all that.
Only does this very odd and
So
very specific thing happen in
it
both
gives
Fazbear Frights
clues,
and the
gives us
Silver Eyes novels,
information
but
that we need
both
to know
times the
what
person
Remnant
inside
is.
the box is Charlie the puppet, or whatever her equivalent is in that universe. In the fourth closet, it's Charlotte, daughter of the genius
No.
animatronic inventor Henry, who tragically loses his young girl and then tries to rebuild her using robots. And over in Fazbear Frights, the homeless girl in the box is named Renelle. Stop me if this starts to sound familiar, but she's the daughter of genius inventor Dr. Talbert, who tragically loses his young girl and then tries to keep her alive by inventing Remnant. I'm just saying, whether you like it or
Situation
not,
is
it
the
just seems
same.
like the books are trying real hard to tell us the solution
But
to
I
this
don't
one.
think it's
And that's
Charlie
not
that's
a
in the...
theory. That is me just literally calling attention to a repeated pattern in the books. Anyway, with the final Fazbear Fright
Yeah,
comes
but
the
anyway,
ending
I
to the
don't
Stitch
think
Raid story that
Charlie
I've
is
been
in
yammering
the
on about for the better part of
box
2 years. And for good reason.
in this
One
game.
story, told in short chunks at the end of each novel, has contained some of the biggest
Yeah, I mean,
lore
in the
reveals of
game
any piece of media this
series,
franchise has ever
since
produced. It was this story that really strengthened my belief in Golden Freddy having
within
two souls
FNAF
inside of him. It's
6,
also the one that gives us that scene that we just talked about with the box.
at
It
the
even has
minigame
a lore
involving
dump
the
in the final
puppet,
pages where they
we
just
find out that
outright
the
define what Remnant
Charlie
is. So
was
that's why
dead
it
in
really
reality,
caught my attention when Baby
and the
started to do
puppet
something that
crawled
was
out
completely
towards
out of
it.
character, shooting long black tentacles out of her body. Quote from the
What the
book, her
heck?
eyes bulged, black tentacles shot from her mouth, from her fingers, from her toes. The slimy black vines climbed up the walls, slithered over the floor. Tentacles flew from her and wrapped around his face. Yeah, that's new. So we have ourselves Baby, an animatronic that can transform into a believable copy of any person, now also able to erupt into blood tentacles. Yeah, the tentacles are made from black blood. Sorry if I didn't mention that before, but yep. But there's another reason I think Baby's our tentacle monster. It's because I think she's actually our big bad of the game. The one who is really pulling the strings here. You see, back
Okay,
in
that
April, I
part
did
I
3
can
short mini-series
kind
on
of
Security
understand
Breach,
and
with
can
one
get
focused on exactly
and all
this
that,
topic, the
but
return of Elizabeth Afton. At the time, it was a mini-theory for a reason. It was just a hunch with a teeny bit of evidence, but now that evidence is
how
starting
the
to pile
heck
up
does
faster
this
than dead
tentacle stuff
bodies in a
come from
pizzeria. And to
an
understand
animatronic? Are we
why, we have to
still
make
talking about
one
the game
more trip to the
series
books. At the
involving
midway point of our Stitch Raid story, we have our
children that
Golden
were
Freddy
murdering and
spirit
possessing
stand-ins having to equip themselves with the puppet mask in order to fight against
animatronics
a
and all
giant
that?
15-foot trash rabbit called the Afton Amalgamation. You're not stroking out, friends. That is the unironic words printed onto real paper and produced en masse for readers to consume. You hear that? Shakespeare is rolling in his grave as we speak. Basically, Afton's spirit had possessed a lot of different objects, and those all fused together with trash in order to form a giant garbage Godzilla. Back when I wrote that theory, I had this to say. I am not going to sit here and say that we will at some point in this series be forced to fight a giant trash bunny possessed by a serial killer. But now, 7 months later, things have changed, and
Even if I have to fight a giant monster trash that's possessed by
be forced to fight a giant
child
trash
murderer.
bunny possessed by a serial killer. Yep, the series about pizzeria-themed murders has decided that giant garbage rabbit kaiju is the next logical step in the story that they feel it wants to tell. I am so tired. Now, if this was a
I am
normal
very
FNAF game, then
confused.
no. Of course, there's no giant
How do we
trash
go
monster.
from
But this
children
is
being
anything
murdered
but
and
a normal
possessing
FNAF game.
animatronics with
First,
a
we know that
murderer
Security Breach
possessing an animal? Anyway, there was an ad. Anyway, how is this the game that involved children being murdered, possessing animatronics through the power of Remnant, trying to kill their killer, and having a vengeance that has no end, to the point that the killer possesses an animatronic. We find out his family, well, more than half possess, well, about half possess animatronics. With, well, in my case, a theory of what happened to Michael Afton is that an animatronic malfunction and badly damaged him to the point that William Afton did something to make sure that he stays alive. my theory is that to keep Michael alive, he had to make him into like a cyborg. That's a theory of what I think what happened and why I think Michael Afton is still alive. He's technically a cyborg. But anyway, giant scrap trash kaiju monster that's possessed by a serial killer. I have no idea how to reply to that.
Will have boss battles. This is confirmed on the PlayStation blog article covering the game. And if these moments of Monty Gator from the trailer don't look like a boss battle intro sequence, then I don't know what does.
Okay, so I was kind of right about what happened.
We also know that the game's primary mechanic is climbing into
battles.
Freddy's oversized birthday cake hatch to pilot him around like a mech suit. You don't just include a mecha suit like that in your game if all you're doing with it is stealthing around a mall. You insert that sort of stuff in order to punch serial killers in the face. But you know what seals the deal for me is the trailer. Throughout the Freddy and Friends teaser images, we've seen pictures of the animatronics all cracked and broken. Are they corrupted by Afton? Maybe we destroy them over the course of the night? It's a weird little detail. But then the trailer goes and shows us a bit more. We see this scene of a broken Chica that's attacking us in a tunnel made from garbage. Now that is a bizarre setting for a game that's set in a mall, and, according to the PlayStation Store, the sewers underneath the mall. Trash is just everywhere. So, is this the game that's finally giving us what we've all been demanding? Hashtag justice for trash in the gang? Or is it something more? Remember what I said about the broken version of the animatronics that we keep seeing in the trailers? Well, one of the main components of Trash Afton are the pieces and parts of other ruined animatronics. I would be surprised if the final boss battle of the game is against a giant amalgamation of all the other animatronics combined, which in turn strengthens the baby theory. You see, in the books, yet again, Trash Afton is described as weak. In fact, it's so important that they decide to say it twice. First in book 6, and then again in book 11. In reality, it's actually Eleanor that's powering the whole thing. So if we do in fact descend down into a landfill to fight a giant trash rabbit kaiju, the one really pulling the strings will be the black blood tentacles of the shape-shifting baby. But there's one last thing worth mentioning, and that's this game's return to the first ever pizzeria, Fredbear's Family Diner. Dawko recently did a livestream to benefit our St. Jude campaign. Dawko, you're an amazing and wonderful person. Thank you for your support. But whenever there's a Dawko charity stream, you know that close behind is going to be some FNAF teasers. And Steel Wool did not disappoint. They sent him a series of posters, including these 3 from Fredbear's Family Diner, the original pizzeria mentioned way back in FNAF 2.
We're gonna try to contact the original restaurant owner.
Would you look at that?
I think the name of the place was Fredbear's Family Diner or something like that.
Dang.
Closed for years though. I doubt we'll be able to track it.
High five, and you
Now,
have
the
Foxy
existence of these
and Bonnie.
posters alone is pretty sus, considering game developers don't have the bandwidth to spend a lot of time on artwork that isn't getting used in your actual game. What's even weirder, though, is that the new Freddy and Friends teasers also revisit what appears to be the first pizzeria in Episode 2, based on the building's small size, red and white striped awnings, and wooden interior. But all of that, coupled with the descent into a landfill-looking area, leads me to believe that the mall is built on top of the original Fredbear's Family Diner location. We've actually seen a lot of this before throughout the series. In both Sister Location and the Twisted ones, we have large underground warehouses constructed under existing buildings and businesses. And again, in the Silver Eyes, we see Charlie and the gang breaking into a giant mall, read also Pizzaplex, built around one of the earliest pizzeria locations. Even FNAF VR ended with the scene of Glitch Trap beckoning us to the back room where we then went out the side door towards Security Breach's mall in the middle of being constructed. Long story short, there is a constant running theme of old places being connected to and buried under new, flashier establishments. So, us going down a trash tunnel in the trailer, passing old wrecked versions of the animatronics, we have to be headed somewhere. Why not the first ever location, where Glitch Trap would be at his strongest, would be able to be resurrected into the nightmare hand that we saw at the end of the first teaser, notice those fingers, and eventually form into the trash monster that we fight. So that, my friends, is the wild prediction I have enough for the final act of this game. You descend into the sewers and eventually wind up in tunnels of trash under the building, which eventually leads to the site of the first ever diner, Fredbear's family. Here, where his powers are strongest, Glitchtrap leaves Vanny's body and regains his own. We hop into our Mecha Freddy for a boss battle to knock him around a bit, and desperate, he absorbs all the ruined animatronics and trash around him. We destroy him yet again, only to reveal the black tentacles. It was Baby all along. Cue the next game and subsequent 20 installment book series. But hey, these animatronics may be horrifying, but not everything that's made of metal has to be. That's where our sponsor Displate comes in. Their metal posters are a step above the rest when it comes to quality. We've all seen how long Springtrap's been around for, and how many fires he's survived. It just goes to show how durable metal is. And Displate's metal
Okay. I can see how this would be very intriguing and why I had the request to react to this. Alright. Where to start? I guess the place to start was with the chest. Do I think a body was in the chest that we had all this time? Most likely. I mean, the indication was always there. And I really can't say that the chance of one being there was impossible, because I really can't say it's impossible. With everything happening and all the stuff, it's more than likely that the chest does have a body in it. I can't say it's one of the missing children because their bodies are probably technically were in the franchise itself. And I can't say it's Charlie because her body was left to rot in a back alley. So I can't say it's the puppet or the missing children. I can't say it's Elizabeth's body because her body was grabbed by Baby Scooper. I don't know the proper phrase to say it, but yeah, there's probably a body in that chest. Maybe it's the crying child. Whose name might be Evan, if you have been checking out the books. I can't say for sure. Okay. Other than that, yeah, I saw the trash place in the trailer. I saw the Music Man. I just didn't think they were overall big things to worry about because figured something was involved with it. I just didn't give much to detail about the trash part. I figured they just followed us to the dump. Guess I was wrong, and they're just down below the main levels. Music Man, yeah. I think I'm still trying to process what I saw and how Music Man now looks. I think he would just. I think he'll just hit me a bit later. Now, the black tentacles. I have no idea how to reply to that. We got the trash Afton amalgamation. We got Baby probably being the true villain. I don't know. And while this could be all true, there is just one detail that doesn't make me fully believe that it's Baby. And some of you might say, no, it probably is. Some might say otherwise. It's the fact that Baby was trapped in FNAF 6 in an endless tomb that has no exit, and everything was burned to the ground. Everything was probably destroyed. I mean, often I can see like hacking or putting essence of himself into old game stuff, old stuff that belonged to the original location and all that. I mean, he was in a room with unknown stuff for a very long time, so it's not far enough. It's not far enough stretch to say that some part of his essence controlled some of those things and has a part of him in it. Even if they did dig down and found a way, and someone found a way into that tomb, there's probably the case that everything was probably blocked off, because from what it looks like, the walls, doors, exits, and everything was just being closed in together. So it's not far off saying that all the animatronics got crushed into bits while burning to the ground, completely annihilating everything. So I can't say for sure that Baby is like. Okay. I did not know that it stopped recording. That's annoying. I don't know what it stopped at this very moment. I didn't get a chance to check. But in summary, I don't think Elizabeth Afton is the main villain, considering the fact that she's trapped, stuck, destroyed, and all that in the FNAF 6 location. The Pizzeria Simulator. Because everything got crushed, everything got destroyed, everything got burned. I can say William Afton probably survived through, I don't know, through some of the stuff that was still around when he was trapped in, in the room, he was killed in for 30 years, because we don't know for sure what was in there. So it's not impossible that parts of his essence went there, and when his animatronic suit got completely destroyed, his soul or essence or whatever you want to call it came attracted to that and reformed in a new format of what was made. And with the makings and all the other stuff they had to do just to make the VR game, I wouldn't say it's impossible that that's how he survived and how he became more powerful then. Do I think he's controlling the animatronics in this game? More than likely, yeah. Do I think Elizabeth Afton is the villain? Yes and no. I can't say for sure until I play the game or I'm alerted that she is the villain. So, yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Who I think, who or what I think is this technical thing, it could be Elizabeth, but there's no telling if that's the case. It could be the case that it is Charlie, and there's like one little fraction of her soul or essence, and she's using it to try to stop Afton once and for all. I can't say that for sure. Could it be William Afton? A likely possibility, but it might be very small considering the fact that he is a digitalized virus. So I can't say. The security guard thing kind of confuses me because I've been told multiple times it's Vanny. Other times I hear it's not Vanny. I don't know what to say about it. I hear that there's figurines of the both of them that could be like one's hiding, the other one's. I mean, the one's hiding and sneaking around to strike. The other one is trying to figure out what's going on and just becomes part of the problem and gets killed. Either by Vanny or the animatronics, or if this is Vanny. I don't know. I can't say. Now the Afton amalgamation, as interesting as seeing that is, I kind of felt that it's not the case of what happens. But, that might not be the case. So all I can really say is this game's going to be interesting. No matter what, it's going to be interesting, and there's going to be tons of stuff to figure out within this game. There's probably going to be secrets, lore, all that within this whole game. Heck, there could be secrets about the next game that could happen. I don't know. The game is coming out soon, and there is tons of stuff that still eludes me, like the fact that those surface spots, I still feel like they have a connection to the missing children, but I can't say for sure. And yeah, this was a really detailed thing. I gotta give it to Matt Pat. He has done it again. I've seen multiple of his theories, but this is a new one for me, and the details I can't say for sure. I mean, everything seems spot on, except the whole baby thing. Unless we get details about how or what or anything like that, about how she escaped, how she's alive, or anything like that. I can't say for sure if she's going to be the main villain or not. It could be a metaphoric phrase, like how they do in the books, like how there's one similarity, but it could be a different character altogether. Like, actually, they all pretty much have a key character to relate to. Guess it's possible, but I don't know. Only way to find out is when the game comes out. I believe everything else. I even somewhat believe that we have to fight an Afton amalgamation. But, in a Fredbear mecha suit, no. If he has control over the other animatronics, it wouldn't be far off to believe that in the end he somehow controls the Fredbear animatronic, and we have to watch as we die. Even if he didn't, it could be possible that either way we could win. I don't know. The amalgamation thing is like a 50-50 in my eyes. So I don't really know what to say about it. But anyway, with that said, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a comment about what else you want me to react to. I'm gonna be posting more videos. Some stuff coming up are more parts to my Last of Us Part 2 live stream. And if you have noticed, I have been doing the Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales game for the upcoming Spider-Man movie. So if you like Spidey, be sure to hit the like button. If you like The Last of Us, hit the like button. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you do, it will turn blue. I don't know why I'm saying this. A sibling of mine saw me do this and told me to comment on it. I don't know why. Anyway. Once again, let me tell you, if you have something for me to react to, be sure to leave it in the comments down below. I will try to react to it as soon as I can. Now, be sure to hit the subscribe button to be a part of the channel and to show your support for the channel in general. All your support and all that fills me with the determination to give you all more videos and more content that you all could enjoy. Tomorrow is going to be, when this video is posted, will be the new Minecraft video, so be on the lookout for that. It's going to be pretty... I don't know the proper word to say without giving any hints, but it's gonna be lively. But no, seriously, check that video out. It's pretty interesting, and it is going to go into a lot of different subjects. about what's going and what I'm going to do there. So be sure to check it out. Also be sure to hit the notification button to be notified immediately, and I really do mean immediately, when a new video comes out. Because YouTube is not going to tell anyone when a channel produces a new video unless you hit that bell. It's next to the subscribe button. So be sure to hit it and it'll be grayed out and will alert you immediately when a new video comes out. Now, with that said, I once again hope you all enjoy, and I will see you all next time. Bye!